Game on, everybody, and welcome to another video. The new Shaddoll Showdown structure deck has a lot of amazing cards in it. It contains the new Shaddoll Keios, Wendi, Ariel, Incarnation Trap card, Shaddoll App Cologne, 2 new altar arts, and some awesome reprints. Some reprints to look forward in this deck is Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning, Super Polymerization, Allure of Darkness, Twin Twister, and fresh off the ban list at the time of this video, Pot of Avarice. I will be showing you guys my recommended budget build if you were to buy 3 decks for $30. First up, we have 3 Shaddoll Wendi. She starts the whole Shaddoll engine. 1 Ariel. She can special summon a banished Shaddoll monster, but can also banish 3 cards in the graveyard, and is also the water target for Naelshaddoll. 1 Keios. This allows you to special summon a Shaddoll from hand and trigger some Shadolls that are stuck in the hand by sending them to the graveyard. Up next are the staple Shaddoll cards, in my opinion. We have 3 Squamatas for destruction and sending Shaddoll cards to the graveyard, 2 Beasts for drawing cards and card resource advantage, 1 Dragon for returning an opponent's card back to the hand or back row removal, 1 Shaddoll Hedgehog to add from deck to hand a Shaddoll spell or trap. Also, when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddoll monster to hand. And 1 Shaddoll Falco, flip to reborn a Shaddoll, or when sent to the graveyard, special summon itself to the field. 3 Mathematicians and honorary Shaddoll member. This is used to send a Shaddoll card for effect. 1 Armageddon Knight because it is a dark deck and it does basically what Mathematician does. 1 Trick Clown, which is arguably the best light target for Construct, and it reoccurs itself. 1 Lava Golem, the fire target for Grista, and can be used to break boards. 2 Blackluster Soldiers, a tech card or alternative boss monster for the deck as an alternative win condition. And 3 of each fusion card. You basically need to see these cards to win. We are also a going second deck, so Super Poly is an amazing card to break boards. 3 Allure of Darkness for draw power. 1 Pot of Avarice, that's fresh off the ban list and great to recycle our resources. 1 Foolish Burial to send any monster from the deck to the graveyard to trigger their effect. 2 Twin Twisters for back row decks. 2 Reshaddoll Incarnations, the in-theme monster reborn for the deck and can trigger flip effects or reset them. And 1 Shaddoll Core, the wild card, so to speak, as any substitute for a fusion monster that requires a specific attribute, but more importantly, when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddoll spell or trap from your graveyard to your hand. Moving on to the extra deck, this can be way better, but no sense in not maxing out on our extra deck, so here's what we have and how we will make use for it the best as we can do. First up, we have 3 Constructs, the main boss of the deck and easy to make with Trick Clown. This card is used to destroy special summon monsters at the start of the battle, and when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can recycle a Shaddoll spell or trap from your graveyard to your hand. You'll be seeing a trend with the second effect among the rest of the extra deck monsters. 3 Winda, if you're forced to go first or are going first, you can make her to stun the opponent. I also like to utilize this card to push for game for OTKs. And just like Construct, when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can recycle a Shaddoll spell or trap from the graveyard to your hand. Up next, we have 2 App Cologne. This card requires 2 Shaddoll monsters. You will probably only make her once per duel, but it is really good to negate a monster effect on the field. And when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddoll card to your hand from the deck or graveyard, then discard any card from your hand to set up plays. We also have 2 Shekanagas. You can make this with Mathematician and any Shaddoll monster. Good for monster negation and for defensive plays. When this card is sent to the graveyard, recycle a Shaddoll spell or trap by adding it to your hand. We also have 2 Naelshaddoll. You can make this card with Ariel and a Shaddoll monster. It is good for preventing special summons from the hand and graveyard with spell and trap effects that your opponent will do. This also affects you, but likely you won't be making this card for that reason. And you guessed it, it also recycles a Shaddoll spell or trap from your graveyard back to your hand. We have 1 Grista. You will be making this with Lava Golem and a Shaddoll monster. This card is a great way to negate summons of monsters, but you need to have a Shaddoll card in hand in order to send first to activate that effect. It's once per turn, so use it wisely. And just like the previous cards, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Shaddoll spell or trap from the graveyard and add it to your hand. We have 1 Shaddoll Wendigo. It can help protect monsters, but I use it as a super poly target with a Shaddoll monster and an opponent's Apollousa. And finally, we have 1 Shaddoll Construct, the Link monster. It is a monster that allows you to fusion summon a monster without the spell. Now the side deck isn't the best, but we're making the best of what we can do with only $30. For the side deck, we have 2 Lava Golems. This can help get rid of problematic boards, ultimately a good counter against combo decks. Our 3rd copy of BLS. This card is really good and underrated in my opinion. We also have 2 instant fusions. We'll be using this to summon Winda, and then when she gets sent to the graveyard to activate her second effect to recycle a fusion card from our graveyard back to her hand. our third copy of Twin Twisters, 2 copies of Naelshaddoll Fusion. This is used to alter a Shaddoll attribute and is utilized as an extra fusion card. 2 Lost Winds. You're going to want to side this in if you're going first to deal with troublesome special summon monsters. 2 Sinister Shadow Games, basically a way to force flip a Shaddoll that are set. And finally, 3 Unending Nightmares for back row heavy decks. First up, we have Blue Eyes, and here's my OTK. So unfortunately, I had to set down the Shaddoll Hedgehog. At this point, I didn't quite know what my friend was playing at this moment. Shout out to George for always helping me playtest or just getting on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. He starts off with 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons, goes into a Double Burst Dragon, and then ends up attacking my Shaddoll, and I'm able to add a fusion card to my hand. I play Twin Twister to basically get rid of the back row, but he counters with the Ultimate Creature of Destruction. So I then make my construct, and then I basically kind of just chain all my graveyard effects. So at this point, I was pretty unfamiliar with some of the Shaddoll cards, but basically my goal is just to recycle and beat him on that resource gain. On that resource game, basically now here I am trying to destroy it, but the Ultimate Creature of Destruction still is in effect, so I wasn't able to do the Shaddoll construct stuff. So basically now that's now been bypassed. He's going to go ahead and try to crash, but then he gets protected by the Twin Burst Dragon. So then I say, hey, you know what sucks? If I just gave you this Lava Golem here. Flip the Ariel, resummon a banish Shaddoll monster, summon Core, fusion summon. Then I went into a construct. Graveyard effects happen. I send a Wendi, special summon a Squamata face down defense. BLS, banishes. And then go for OTK here. Up next, we had Mystic Mine Stun, some variant, basically just every card that says no. So as soon as I saw that Fossil Dyna, I was like, all right, let's just kind of get to work, and I'm just going to go ahead and try to set up some defensive plays, because if I can outgrind them, I think I can win. So I don't really play against Mystic Mine that often, so at this point I was also still learning the deck and kind of yes-clicking, so I flipped up Squamata. That did nothing because I have more monsters than them. So at this point, you guys are probably going to see that I fast forward through these basically draw, pass phases. He does play Pankratops, and that brought our monster count to even, and he was trying to crash, or try to, I don't know, I guess leave his Eater of Millions up on the field and hit my 3,000 body. So I basically did my pot card and reset my resources and kind of just waited it out. So pretty soon you'll see that I just kind of summon monsters, trying to figure out if there's things I can do. I forget that Mystic Mine is a thing though. So I try to just draw any kind of out for the deck because I do have those Twin Twisters, and he plays the card destruction on me, and then he does some crazy thing that's coming up right here. Alright, so he basically took my Shaddoll monsters, gave me a Morphing Jar, and a whole bunch of shenanigans ensued. Now he has my monsters, he's kind of in the game, but Mystic Mine is still in effect, so I said, okay, let's go ahead and do what I can. And I played now my slow grind game, and his Shaddolls for him technically do nothing for him. So we're just kind of playing the grind game at this moment. He destroys his own Mystic Mine. I try to bring back a Shaddoll monster, and then he ends up Dark Bribing it away. Tiamaton, and I go, okay, Lost Wind. So I can at least save my Lost Wind, try to bring it back later. I take some damage here, no big deal. He brings back Monster Reborn, brings back the Fossil Dyna. Fantastic, I'm thinking. So I finally get that Twin Twisters. I'm going to go ahead and try to make sure I can, set up my graveyard. And I basically just get rid of that Fossil Dyna. Not a fan of that card. And I just need something to help me out. I can take this damage, it's no big deal, but what can I possibly do here? Oh, okay, I can draw the Super Poly and take my cards back and kind of, have a good time. Get all my add to, from graveyard back to my hand effect. At this moment, I was trying to figure out to chain block or which app cologne was activated, so I didn't mean to negate her. I just wasn't too sure which one to use, and I ended up getting Waking the Dragon because I got a little too greedy. So he summons Injection Fairy Lily, and now I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I just have to out life points you so you can't use that effect anymore. So that's basically what I do here, and you'll see how I end up getting the game. Basically create the window, I'll take the crash, and then now you can't boost your life points, no big deal, and then I have game. Up next, we have Tune. I wasn't too sure at this moment if it was Tune, but they just played Tune Table of Constants. I'm like, Strikers? Maybe? Could be Tunes, but nothing happened. Allure of Darkness, Mathematician, special summon using Wendy's effect, and then made a window. And I was like, if it's Tunes, then I gotta make the window because they can't special summon then, right? So then I just attack, and then pass turn. And then here they go. They're going to end up playing Toon Kingdom, Field Barrier, Comic Hand, and they take my window. What's up with that? Taking my window, attack directly, because it's now considered a Toon monster. And I say, I'll be taking that back. Super Poly, and then basically some graveyard effects happening, and the opponent succeeds. Last replay I have here is Mech Knights. So Mech Knights is pretty popular strat, mostly invoked mech, but my friend George likes to play pure mechs, and it's some crazy stuff. Some spicy comes up. So Super Poly is definitely my go-to. I was actually really surprised he didn't opt to go second for Mech Knights, so I can just place everything down. But I think at this point, we were playtesting and he knew I was playing Shaddolls, and I ended up destroying his Scythe, so I can't really do too much. I couldn't do too much anyways here, but Scythe is one of his favorite cards. He draws a World Legacy Secret, which is fantastic, or I think it's Secret, the trap card. Basically, it says special summon a machine level 5 or higher. World Legacy Secrets, yeah, so I was right. And he brings back the Scythe. I'm not able to special summon. I'm like, okay, no big deal. I can't really do too much here. And then he gets his Indigo in hand, and he's just waiting for me to kind of mess up Mech Knights. I do not play around columns for whatever reason. And I still don't have enough damage to kill him for game, so he's going to go ahead and special summon Indigo, attack my Squamata, gets sent to grave, no effect because it was by battle, and then I can go ahead and Super Poly him away and attack for game, and this is where I believe he concedes. Alright everybody, so I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave a like, please subscribe to the channel, and if you'd like to purchase any of these cards for yourself, please use my TCG affiliate link in the description below. I strongly recommend you guys subscribe to the channel because I will soon be having a budget plus Shaddoll deck, so keep an eye out for that. Everybody, again, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the content as much as I enjoyed making the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here.